She's our moderator and she's a trained journalist from Ahmadu Bello University Zaria. She currently serves as an academic staff member in the Department of Journalism and Media Studies at Nuhu Bamali Polytechnic Zaria. She manages their radio station where students are professionally trained to become responsible journalists. She was part of the convening team for the second and third World. The people who will be discussing with us. First on the list, we have Dr. Zainab Mohammed Bello. Let us welcome her. She's a dedicated academic and researcher in the field of human anatomy. She currently serves as a lecturer at the Department of Human Anatomy in Ahmadu Bello University Zaria. She earned her bachelor's, master's, and doctoral degrees in the same department, and her journey began at Premier School and continued through Great Hallmark Secondary School here in Zaria. She has held several we have Ramatu A. Haliru. She's the current librarian of Ariwa House Library in the Center for Historical Research and Documentation, Ahmadu Bello University. She is the founder and president of Wikimedia User Group Nigeria Kaduna Network. She obtained her Bachelor of Library Science and Masters in Library and Information Science here in Ahmadu Bello University, and she's also a PhD student at the same university. She's a passionate advocate for library and information services and has been actively involved in promoting open knowledge with information literacy, digital inclusion, and information accessibility in Nigeria. She organizes workshops and training programs for librarians. She collaborates with stakeholders to promote library services, and she develops and implements outreach programs to promote information literacy and digital skills. She also works as a research and evaluation director in Librarian Spotlight African Initiative that promotes visibility and respect for African librarians. Welcome to the stage, ma'am. Personally, I love reading. I loved the library when I was in primary school. So, thank you so much, ma'am, for coming. We also have Asma'u Abubakar Musa. She weaves words as a writer and a poet to spark meaningful conversation. She inspire change. As a social activist, she champions causes that uplift marginalized voices. By profession, she's a cybersecurity analyst, safeguarding digital landscapes and empowering secure online interactions. She leads the Aurora Initiative, where she mentors girls and underprivileged individuals to equip them with skills and confidence. Her passion for tech drives her work with Women Tech Stars Just and Public Developers Group Just, fostering innovation and inclusion. So now, welcome. Thank you so much, Asma'u. Then we have Hafsa Abdul. Hafsa Abdul is a proud graduate of computer science from Ahmadu Bello University Zaria. She is passionate about leveraging technology to drive positive change. She's the co-founder of Muslimans in Tech, and she's dedicated to empowering women and girls through tech education and sensitization. With a strong foundation in computer science and commitment to community development, she strives to make a meaningful impact in the tech industry and beyond. Let us welcome Hafsa Abdul. Okay, I'll move on to the next person. Next person is Yakubu Elizabeth Walk, and she is a graduate of English Studies from Kaduna State University, Kaduna. She is an upcoming writer and a poet with a strong passion and commitment to community development and humanitarian services. She has been able to participate in impactful seminar education, presently volunteering with the foundation called Voice of the Youth for Creative Influence Initiative here in Kaduna. She's also a serving core member in Gombe State. Yes, so we have Yakubu Elizabeth Walk in our midst. No, she didn't make it. So you can check her out. Then someone who joined us just this afternoon impromptu, we have the representatives from Women Impacting Nigeria. Her name is Rhoda Boluwatife, and she's going to be joining our panel discussion. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much. So, over to our moderator.
tashi ke kina da aljanu ne kina da aljanu ne ana haka bai da yato da kuma kan yadda abin ya tsari kawai yi ku fito da justin da
Good afternoon, everyone, and let me use this opportunity to thank the organizers of this giant program for the of this panel session. My name is Khadija Suleiman, as earlier introduced, and by mere looking at these females, these mothers, these change makers, you know that they are ready to give us the little they have so that we can together change the narrative of women in tech, looking at what they are facing in the society. So without wasting of our time, the topic of discussion of this panel session is breaking barriers, overcoming obstacles to achieve success. Breaking barriers, overcoming obstacles or challenges to achieve success. And you know, it is said that when you are talking, for example, in class, when a lecturer is talking and then the students are not seeing, some of them get up from the back seat to come to the front seat. They say, it's not like they are not hearing, but seeing is believing. And that's why I have to shift the chair to see the faces so that we engage to get the best from them. So as you all heard their bios, they're exceptional women, and of which all others here are going to be exceptional from the little we can learn from them. So quickly, I'm going to take Dr. Zainab, who is from my right hand side, Dr. Zainab Mohammed Bello, a human anatomy graduate, right? Let me ask this general question. I will be coming to all of you after her response. What inspired you to read human anatomy as a lady from the core north? Why human anatomy? Why not food and not? Why not home management? Why not teaching? Why science-based course? In fact, not nursing, human anatomy.
Women tech makers for inviting me to this prestigious program, because I have picked so many things, like I learned a lot. So due to time constraint, this is just what I'm about to see now. Thank you very much. So back to the question, moderator. Why human anatomy? To be sincere, I did not pick human anatomy. My aim was medicine from primary 1, MBBS.
Okay.
My father trained me in a way that it's not medicine, nothing. I don't know anything, and it's actually my own passion to just be a medical doctor. Medical doctor or neurosurgeon, to be precise. So, fortunately, not unfortunately.
Yes.
Fortunately, very good jam score,
Yeah.
very good posture. Me, myself, I'm from Zamfara State. You know,
Yeah.
female. What is the chances of me not getting it actually? And then all of a sudden, my name was not on the list, MBBS. So I left the place. It was on what year they pasted the list. Yes, admission list for respective departments from Faculty of Medicine. I checked the list. My name was not there. I started crying and left the place. My father was there. He checked. He took long. He checked every list in that faculty. And he saw my name. I was second on the list, human anatomy. So he came back and said, come. I went back with her. He said, come. Your name is there. I said, Baba, I don't want it. I don't know it. I've never heard of something like this. I know human physiology, of course, but human anatomy, never. And And then he was like, okay, this is what I want you to do. I want you to take this, right? Do this course for a year so that you will not stay at home and be idle. Then apply for another job. I said, okay, because he knew that if he had told me otherwise, I wouldn't have done that. I would be depressed all through because my focus was just MBBS or nothing. So I went ahead and I hit failure. So determination and motivation put me through to have the first semester with a good GP, second semester with a good GP, and then also write JAMB and got a very high score for JAMB also. Just imagine the tension. It was bad. But yes, now guess what? Was me. MBBS was removed that year. Like, completely. I was waiting for posterior me. I want to apply for MBBS again, leave anatomy. But it was removed. So it's not destiny.
Yeah, that is what it is.
So God was just like, you don't know what I have planned. I have better plans for you. You are sticking to this MBBS. Just face it. So I was not actually demoralized as of before because I had to understand the university system as of then. So we went for 200 level, then 300 level, then in 400 level, I fell in love with anatomy. I was just doing it to pass, but I was in my mind. I was like, I'll apply for MBBS again after my first degree. But 400 level, when we were flexing in a way because there were a few courses and it was just for courses, just read and you get it passed. I fell in love with anatomy because I have no idea what to tell you at this point, but something just changed my perspective.
Because it was your destiny, that was why.
It changed my perspective. Then after that, I bought my MSc form. I bought the MSc form without my father knowing.
And still human anatomy?
Yes. So then at the end of the year, now this is why I think it pivoted me that way, because we had a little lecture. Or should I say we are supposed to have a few lectures, a lecturing per se job, part-time job at the department, teaching MBBS students, teaching nursing students, BSc students, dissection, histology lab, and any other thing that can help them through. And I understood that I have something actually, I love teaching. I love the passion. Like, I like it when someone just comes and say, explain this to me, and I'm like, come, let's sit down, let's talk. MBBS would not have given me that. So after the MSc, I got the job at Ahmadu Bello University, and from there I must attest to you that it was the best decision ever.
Okay, that's very interesting. Let's quickly go to Haji Aramatu, and you're also going to answer similar questions. What inspired you?
I start on the existing protocol, and I will gladly say I've learned a lot here. And again, I want to appreciate the organizers of this program. I call myself an accidental librarian, but I'm glad I'm a librarian. Why? Because I finished my secondary school. I have the zeal to be an accountant, work in a bank. That's my zeal. But I could not get admission accounting to ABU. Then this is a homecoming for me. I'm a product of FC Zaria. Yes, 2007. So I will tell you that my dad bought an FC form for me. He was one that submitted. He was one that got the admission letter. But I told him, FC is for failures. It's for those that are not intelligent. How can I?
Those people that used to cop our spooner.
After staying at home for 2 years, so he encouraged me. I refused. But I have the best uncle. My uncle is my pal, Uncle Salim. He came from Abuja. He came to us FC, collect the form for me. Have a mama, because I'm hearing their mother's name. You can do this. Okay, finish with flying colors. I'll get admission for you in the university. Kaza. So, unfortunately, I came to FC Zaria. I read. Fortunately, I read computer social study. Yes, that is when the passion starts. After finishing the FC, I was looking for which course will I go in. Like she said, I love sharing knowledge. Even in my NCE, I do tutor my junior. There's one Miss Christina when we were in FC, in computer sciences department. If there's someone there, She gave us a test. She came, she was looking for Ramatu Aliyu. I refused to answer, not knowing I was one of the best in that course. So when she came, she was looking for me. I refused, and I met her in class. Then she now told my cousin that I should be tutoring them. That's how I started sharing my knowledge. So after then, when I wanted to buy my DE form, everybody was just saying go to social studies. I said no. I want something related to computer science. I started reading about all those courses. I came about library science. At first, people were just telling me, how about you just go and be
Sitting down.
be reading book in the library. And of course, for you to be a teacher, you have to be a reader. And I love reading book. I read a lot of novels there, a lot of books. So my dad said, you can do it. Then I got my admission to 200 level at Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria. That is when my story changed. I begin to see library science is not all about arranging book. They have courses that sometimes they are prerequisite courses that if you fail it, you add 1 year to your stay in the university. And from there, most of our courses are computer science form. And alhamdulillah, I graduated. I was among the best students. I was the only woman. Wow. And that was when they were the one that gave me job. I was retained. That is when my lab starts. So then I was just doing, when IT student comes, I train them, and again, the passion for IT grew in 2020. During the lockdown, I was heavily pregnant.
Let me cut you here and let's go to the next.
Okay.
Asma, right? The cyber security expert.
Still name.
No. I don't know, maybe if you look into the eyes of, let me say the males, not the females, you may even see a hacker in this room. Look at their eyes, probably may see a hacker.
Yeah, I can see
I know. You know, cybersecurity expert, they say hanji. Hanji,
we don't see her handy like seriously.
you see hanji because sometimes you just see a message and then you be like, this message is suspicious. Is it not hanji you see? Or else you be like, is an opportunity. Tinubu say you should send your account number. So you be like, opportunity. Why you be saying this is suspicious? So that's why you Asma was a lady from the north. True. You know, even if ladies are going for science courses, it will be like nursing, like you said, medical line, stuff like that. Why cyber security? Why?
All pro schools duly observed. Why cybersecurity? What do they call Nachi?
Nachi. This is only coming Nachi.
Actually, that's not what they want me to study at home. I can remember getting an admission. My dad wanted me to study medicine actually. And I'm so fascinated with computers growing up. Like where you have gadgets in our house, like whenever your gadget has problem, they will say call Asma. I know where I can enter to just make it okay. So my dad wanted me to study gynecology. When I was about to write JAM, he bought the JAM form and said, okay, come, let's fill this. And I met him. He said, this is what I want you to study. I said, but this is not what I want. He said, what do you want? I said, computer science. He said, no, you can't study computer science. I cost the Mazani back. It's like, no, this is what I want. Because that's my passion. I believe when you have passion for something, you do it better. So he said, no, you have to go for this. So I got admission at the Bombay State University. They gave me, I think it was nursing or something like that. I couldn't remember because that's not what's my mind. I cried the day that I'm supposed to leave. Though my sister is already living there, they thought it's because I'm going to miss home, but it's because that's not what I want to study. So I went to Bombay. Actually, I did the first semester locally, though that's not what is my mind. Locally, I had a very good GPT. So I met a friend there. He's studying computer science. So we are friends. Every time we meet, we'll be like, this is what the tech industry is, this is the happenings in the tech industry. And every day it feels like the course I'm studying is just a failure. So I called my dad and said, I'll go for change of course. He said, no, why will you go for change of course? I said, it's computer I want. It's computer science I want to study. He said, no. And that was when I'm already a writer. So my friend introduced that we should write a book in Hausa language, basics of computer. Since he's very good in English and very good in Hausa, so he said he wants to use Hausa language to advocate, to make the tech industry for everyone. Since it's sometimes you want to go for something, but say Ashi, I need to Turanci and I'm not good in English, so you want to bridge the gap. And we wrote the book Basics of Computer in Hausa language, and we launched it, and that's when my dad came to realize. So
That's really your passion. So
yes, because the second semester it was not good. So he said when the result is out, I think it's a week to our launch, the book launch. He says, so this is what you want. That's why you are not focusing. Since that's the case, you can write JAM again. So that's when I wrote JAM and applied for cybersecurity. I think I follow my passion.
Yes. So that's why we are calling cybersecurity experts. And let's quickly go to the last guest, even though your name is protected by the cybersecurity experts. So you've had the question. What inspired you to be where you are?
Okay, all protocol do you see? I'm Rhoda by name and I'm a registered nurse. Yes, from time I just wanted to do either medicine or nursing.
Why this medicine? If you
Because
want to do
all
that,
lives are precious.
Yeah.
So there was one time I had an accident in my leg, and the way the woman in particular treated me, and she was so passionate for me to walk, because I couldn't walk for months. She was like, don't worry baby girl, you will walk. And the way she was treating other people with that beautiful smile and attending to mostly children, I'm like, I want to do this thing.
You want to be like her?
Yes, so that was how I picked it up, and I thank God that was what I did.
Okay, when you apply, your parents did not tell you go and study agri. Okay, that's interesting. Well, from the little they've said, you could understand that most of them have their own passion, and then their parents also have theirs. But along the line, you could see where Dr. Zainab was patient, and that's her destiny. Instead of getting MBBS, she got into anatomy, and while Hajia Rabi while she rejected FCE, she had to do the FCE, and she's proud to be part of FCE community. And you could see a smile. Instead of her following what her father said, she tactically changed his mind. Tactically, instead of her saying, I will not do it, she did it for the first semester, but the second semester, she did it intentionally. It was intentional.
It wasn't intentional. I was busy writing a book, so it wasn't intentional.
Okay, that's good. So let's quickly go to the next round of questions. Dr. Zainab. Okay, while we are going into the second round of the question, I've been asked or told that one of the panelists is here too, Afsat Abdul.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Hafsa Abdul, graduate of computer science and also a data analytics. So what really encouraged me to study computer science was my husband. Because at first I was studying agriculture in division of agriculture. So I was having two options later on to either go for computer science or to go for computer science. So he was like, the world is moving into technology now. That it's better I should go for computer science and leave the agriculture. So I wanted joining them together, but it was like, it's not possible to join both. So I went for computer science, which is encouragement.
Okay, that's interesting. So let the second question start from you since you are coming fresh. Computer science is not just like other management courses, especially that it's your husband that pushed you to the course. Did you start the course as year one student?
Yes.
Year one student at university?
Yes.
How did you see the course? Definitely there must be challenges. Or somebody that didn't apply or didn't have passion for them.
Yes.
What were those challenges you encountered?
The first challenges I encountered, there was a lot of calculations. And I was not good in calculations, so I was totally bad in calculations. So I was very afraid when I saw that I only have only one course for computer science. All the courses were math and physics.
Okay.
So
how did you overcome that challenge?
just with prayers, and I was having focus.
But prayers only work here. Sorry to
It
say.
works sometimes.
Yeah. But if you
And
pray, you have to also work, right? I was expecting you to say, my husband do tutorials for me, I attend tutorials in class, stuff like that. Then with hard work and prayers.
I used to take a lesson teacher to teach me.
Okay.
So I used to call a lesson teacher, or you will call the lesson teacher to come home.
Okay.
Then the lesson teacher will guide me on the calculations. That's how I passed through the calculations.
But did you have any CO along there?
I don't have any throughout my story.
Okay.
Not
So,
even one.
let me ask you this question. Were you serious to see that you excel, or you are just trying to follow your husband so that you make him happy?
I was serious in doing it
Okay.
because what really made me to go for it is not that because he pushed me. It was later on I started having the passion of doing it.
Okay. Okay, that's fantastic. Let's come back. Human anatomy. Let me even assume in this hall, there are a lot of people that don't even know what human anatomy is. Some may be this is the first time they are hearing the course. True or false? True or false? True. So some don't even know the course exists. From the north. I keep on saying from the north because I know we have these challenges. It's not all courses that we are used to. Some they will say they are male courses. Some they will say they are. Do you understand? Now you must have had a lot of challenges, especially when you join the lecturing job. They'll say, okay, sorry to say this, but say your size, your state. Do you understand? It's true. I'm coming from that. So what are those challenges? Were the male seeing you as you are just, so it's because you know somebody that you were there? Were they say looking at you that you cannot even deliver? What were the challenges? And how did you overcome those challenges?
Thank you for the question, moderator. I can relate with everything you said. So the first challenge I had, let me explain what human anatomy is for the benefit of the crowd. Human anatomy is the study of structures of your body. Everything. It ranges from regional anatomy such as e.g. regional, upper limb, your arms, lower limb, your legs, feet, thigh.
When you came upon
Regions, yes, and then it goes deeper. Histology, the study of cells. Okay, the cells in the stomach are different from the cells in the intestine. The cells that comprises the nervous system are different from the cells in the heart that comprises the heart. What are the unique features? What is the function in that case? And then we have embryology, the study of human development. the conception, from point of conception. In fact, from point of menstruation, how a woman can conceive, what are the factors, and then to leading to the to conception, the baby developing at every step, with depending on the number of days, the diseases that can affect. So anyway, anatomy is elaborate. These are the three major aspects of anatomy.
Okay.
So now your next question is the challenges. Now the number one challenge in the study of anatomy, you'll be surprised, a lot of people study anatomy. And a lot of northerners actually are into anatomy.
Okay.
But one of the major challenges is the very first time when you see a cadaver. What is a cadaver? Is a dead body. Now we study anatomy by seeing and dissecting. Dissecting is the systematic way of cutting the human body in the way you learn what you cut.
So you
not
cut
actually,
the body.
yes, not actually cutting it into pieces. No, it has its own systematic way of cutting it in a way you reflect this, reflect that, tag this, see that.
Whose body? Whose body are you?
Very good question. Now, the bodies we get are from the hospital morgues. Hospital morgues unclaimed bodies. Bodies have been there waiting for their family members or anybody. It's not there. So there are several protocols and bureaucracy that is involved in that, which I do not want to go into details. So we just got the bodies from the morgue. So it's official VC. It goes from the Department of Human Anatomy needs his body, and then the head of the department, provost, college, it goes where we have. So the challenges, my first encounter with the dead body was in 200 level. That's when you have your first encounter with the dead body. Actually, I've made zeroed my mind here. Yes, we have to do this. Even if you're a medical school, the MEBS specifically, you have to accept. So we were wearing our lab coats. I was like, okay, we're going in. One of my, I don't even remember the lady. She tapped me. I was bottling my lab and just said, look at this guy. I forgot completely. Like, I think my head was fixated in fixing my lab coat that I forgot the environment where I was in. Then she just said, look at this guy. I turned. The moment I saw that guy, up till now the image is clear. His eyes were fixated upwards. His face, I can remember that look. It's a look of a dead body, literally. Like, his mouth was a little bit open. And then, you know how that can have on your psyche? Like, you were ready to actually face it.
Yes,
but you were abruptly, your nervous system was not up, pop, like, see. And then some of them will fade in that gap.
What are the challenges you face? Because definitely you must have male seniors, right?
Well, one of it, I will go to what I do most. I will talk about, because we are in detail, I will talk about Wikimedia user group Nigeria, Cardinal Network, the challenge, and how
let's reconstruct your question, since that's where you're coming from. From your bio, we heard that you are the founder and president of Wikimedia, right?
Yes.
Yes, in Kaduna. What made you to think of that?
Well, first of all, I know many people will just see Wikimedia. What is Wikimedia?
Including me.
Okay, Wikimedia Foundation is a non-profit organization in San Francisco. One of their products, we call it programmed, that everybody knows, is Wikipedia. When you search on Google, Wikipedia is one of the first results you get. It's part of the result, but it always be number one or number two. Then we also have the Wiki Commons, which is a repository of image. When you also see image on there, you can see. So right now, when you live here, search for Amoto Ali, you know more about Wikipedia and Wikimedia. Then what are the challenges? First of all, why I joined this campaign is the lack of inclusiveness of northern women when it comes to normal literacy. Even though in business we are far back, yes, that was what inspired me to be. Then one of the challenges is that we are still drawing them in. One, I was trained by AFIA, that's African Information Associate, because the African Information Associate believe that we as a Liberian, we as Africa, we need to tell our stories ourselves.
Yes.
So they train us on how we can tell our stories. And presently, and another challenge is presently, in Wikipedia article, out of 100, we only have 19% article about women.
19.
Yes.
All others
are men, because we have more men editors than women. And when it comes to northern Nigeria, I don't think we have up to 5% of women. And we should all know that Wikipedia is on different language. In the north, we have two major languages that have Wikipedia. When you look at, we have Hausa and we have the Tiab language, which is the North Central language. And when you look at the women and not, I train a lot of women, but I can tell you categorically, I mentor a lot of women. I do a lot of women campaign, because even this international women campaign, I celebrate it by organizing a 3 days online section and 1 physical training, which at the end of the day we prove a lot of articles about women, and we get a lot of participants about them.
Let me touch you now, please.
Please, I'm coming. I want to land.
Okay,
that is one of the challenges. Then the second challenge, work. As a married woman, one of your challenges, you being married, how can you navigate your home activities, like what mommy that talk about parenting? She talked a lot, and it's one of my favorite messages from her is smile all day and never learn to appreciate. So so how can you navigate your activities? You want to make an impact. As a librarian, I believe that in this 21st century, a library is a group for interaction. A library is not a place now. It's any gadget that you can get access to information.
Yes.
And again, as a librarian, I should be able to help each and everybody that need information. And our users have moved from the physical face of the library to an online. Then how can we reach them? We can reach them only if we can help Wikipedia tell story of we African. Let's tell our stories ourselves.
Okay, ma, I think because of time, I've just been given.
So thank you.
Yeah.
I will. Then what are the solutions to this challenge? As a mortal woman, your main solution to your problem, one is time management. Two, have a supporting husband. When you have a supporting husband, you can go discuss yourself. What if you don't have husband? If you don't have a husband, then have passion. And also be determined and turn your passion into wealth. Thank you very much.
Let's quickly go to Hafsa. You are a writer, right? Asma. I'm going to Hafsa. Asma, you are a writer, right? You weep what? Right? Answer now.
Yeah.
You weep what? And you're a cybersecurity expert. Just give us one challenge that you have faced so far, whether you are when you were practicing your cybersecurity knowledge or while you were writing. I know that there are a lot of challenges for writers, especially in this part of the country. Do you have any challenge? Were you faced with any challenge that you overcome?
A lot of challenges, but because of time, you said in both aspects. For cybersecurity, there was a time a politician's phone was stolen. So a friend, his essay, they call it 2PA, contacts me that I should come and help them. It happens that he really wants to know who stole the phone. I don't know the circumstance, but he wants to know who stole the phone. So when I went to the office, he was in the meeting, so I was sitting waiting for him. When he came, he saw us together with the essay. He said, check account, what is that? When does it track? He don't know that I'm the one. Not check account, when does I track him? When I need to know. He said, sir, that later. KJ? I was like, yes, sir. Yeah, that account much of problem. That like it's something that hard to wait but because just the way he said it and at the end it happens that I luckily tracked the phone and they got it. So we are in good terms now.
But let me give you this advice. Since you are in good terms now, just find one day and hack all his gadgets. Hack all his gadgets.
It's me you call first, tell you.
Yes, and that's when you just tell him that, do you think I can do it? Let's see the answer. Thank you very much. Let's quickly go to the last speaker. I heard that you are presenting an organization, right? There must be challenges you have faced or you are facing. Can we get one challenge and the way forward?
Okay, I just came into Zaria. I'm a new person.
Yeah, a new. Definitely you must have challenges, even if it is for speaking,
Yes.
language,
Yes, it's language
culture.
barrier. I don't really know how to.
But how do people of Zaria see you?
They say I'm a Northerner, like I resemble the North.
Okay.
I have to learn how to speak.
Of course, of course. So thank you very much. Let's go for the last round, please, MC. What's your last word for the audience? Now we've seen how you started, the challenge, the way forward. Just this young, bright lady discussion, and I think I want to urge the organizers of this event that these discussions should continue on their social media handles. There should be a hashtag, which I know they have, especially this topic of breaking barriers, overcoming obstacles to achieve success. We can have a lot of storytellings based on this. All of us here can write stories to tell the challenges we have faced in different aspects of our lives and how we are able to overcome those challenges so that other fellow women can also learn from it. Let me drop you with this, as our sister say, if you can, you can. If you cannot, you cannot. And I believe all of us here can. And I leave you with this: stay motivated and improve.